Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Irene Jasper with Jasper Moves, and today we're going to work on some hand and arm therapies. And this can be just for general flexibility, or it can also help you in recovery from tight joints, tight muscles, things that have hopefully not gone to a point of being very chronic, but so use your own judgment on this as far as if you're recovering from an injury. Okay? So just warming the hands and the arms up, bringing as much rotation in there as you can comfortably, and see if you can push away from you. We're trying to involve the forearm as well as the hands and the fingers. So you'll find where that tension point is. We're going to go right up to that. And rotating, we're warming the joints up. And then we're just going to warm the hands up a little bit. You can also do tapping, just to warm the hands and fingers up. You can come up in here to the forearm. So that's our focus point for today. So on the base of the hand, around the wrist, so we're increasing blood flow. And bring that up to the forearm and up into the elbow. So then pressing the hands together, opening the base of the hands, opening the fingers, bringing the hands together, which is going to rotate the wrist. And you're involving your elbows as well with this, so we're going to circle that around, circle it back, and then pointing toward your chin or your throat, and then we're going to point toward the ground. And just pressing, spreading the fingers, and then relaxing the hands. And we're going to do a couple of stretches. So approximately 15 seconds. We'll start with, I'm straightening the arm. The fingers are in line with the wrist, and the wrist is in line with the elbow. So I'm just holding and breathing. Work your way up to 30 seconds. So I'm going to release that and then just stretch the other side. So I have all four fingers. This is very much a gentle stretch. No bouncing. This isn't about showing how strong you are. You want to just go up to that stretch point. You'll feel this all the way through your wrist and up into your forearm. So just around 15 seconds. Release it back out, and then we're going to point the fingers toward the ground, straightening the arm again with a gentle stretch, just holding and breathing. We don't want to hold our breath while we're stretching. We don't want to create more tension in other areas, so just a slow, gentle breath, and we're going to release that, release the arm, pointing the fingers down toward the ground again. So I'm not going any higher than shoulder level. We don't want to create more tension up here in the shoulder. Mainly we're trying to straighten the arm to get the best stretch. So right around 15 seconds to start, but always working up to that 30 seconds. And then just releasing the arms. And this is just to mobilize the elbows. I've had 2 broken arms. I don't know if you've broken any arms, but you want to keep the blood flow going through those areas and not create a stopping point of greater tension. Okay? And then we're going to do a little bit of ball therapy. So just these little squishy balls. You can use a tennis ball. You can use this for strengthening, but we're going to first start with just getting the tension out of the hands and moving your way up the fingers And a little extra work, if you find any tight areas, push on those and then release. So again, we're just continue with an easy breath. We're going to get on the top of the hand and right between the joint spaces, and you can go out the fingers, out to the ends of the fingers. We're going to come up on the forearm, and you might find sore spots there. We're going to roll across them and down. You can come onto the forearm. Again, if you find any tight spots, spend a little extra time there. We're going to come down the forearm and roll over to the other hand. Again, extra time there at the base of the hand. That's where you gain a lot of that tension collects. We're going to go out to the ends of the fingers, and then we're going to roll you over. And this will work a little bit on your coordination too, because you have to hold on to this ball. It might try to get away from you a little bit. And we're going to go between the joint spaces, out to the tips of the fingers, and we're going to slowly roll your way up the forearm. Try to relax your arm as much as possible. And then the sore spots, little cross roll. Just working your way down always. We're going to come up into the inside part. You might find little soft spots there that need a little extra attention. Again, you can roll across them and then rolling down. So strengthening, just to make it a little more comfortable, we're going to use a little pillow and just get yourself in a nice comfortable position. We're going to get your wrist is going to hang off of the end of the pillow. So it'll be a little easier if you start out with a little fist and then have a little bit of resistance, and then as I'm pushing down, I'm just creating a little bit of resistance. And then I'm going to bring the fist back up. You can stretch your hand at any point just so you don't gather tension. So the fist, I'm pressing and I'm resisting as I bring the wrist down. Okay, it will be harder if you straighten out the fingers and then press. And I'm resisting as I'm bringing it down. Okay, again, get that tension back out of the hand. I'm going to do a little side one. I'm just going to show you on this side. You can have the hand straight. That'll be harder. Start out with it easier. So I have the wrist kind of cocked back a little bit, and I'm resisting as I'm pressing it down. So you're going to feel that strengthening will develop up in here. So sometimes it's through weakness that we end up having a little imbalance in the arm. So we're bringing the hand back, resisting, pressing down, and with the fingers straight, harder, resisting, and letting it go down. Okay? And typically we would start with about 5 on both sides, work your way up to 10. Okay? So you would do the same thing on the other side. You're going to work with the resistance, get the tension back out of your hands. Okay? And thank you for dropping by today. And I'll see you later.